Head of Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles resigns after fatal New Hampshire crash. Bostona, the head of the Massachusetts Registry of Motor Vehicles, resigned Tuesday amid revelations that the truck driver accused of was able to keep his commercial driver's license despite a drunk driving arrest last month and a history of other serious traffic violations. The resignation of Aaron Devaney, Registrar of the Massachusetts RMV, is effective immediately, Massachusetts Transportation Secretary Stephanie Pollock said. Devaney's departure comes after a Volodymyr Zhukovsky, a 23-year-old truck driver from Springfield, Massachusetts, was charged on 7 counts of vehicular homicide. A pickup truck and the riders were members of Marine Jarheads MC, a motorcycle club that includes Marines and their spouses. The loss of life in any motor vehicle crash is a terrible tragedy, and the massive toll this crash is taking on the families of the 7 individuals who lost their lives, many of whom served this country, is impossible to comprehend.
Raindrop, truck top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. I keep fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.